Let's pull up the charts for IGL, right? And today that one is in focus. We're seeing a fall coming in for IGL, and it's one of the biggest falls since COVID. Samit, what is actually impacting IGL right now? I know there's some announcement that came in, and Delhi CM approved in terms of some EV mandating policy. What does this mean for IGL? And because of this, look at the fall that we've seen, 10%
Well, it's
fall.
15% down. In fact, in the last couple of days, yesterday was when the news had come in,
Right.
and yesterday was down 5%, and today we are seeing a 10% downtick on the share prices. Now, what is the news here? Firstly, it's the fact that the aggregator policy mandating electric vehicles has been approved by the Chief Minister of Delhi, that is Arvind Kejriwal. Now, what would be the implication of this? Now, this policy entails that nearly 5% of the new vehicles that are coming on street need to be EVs in the next 6 months, which is likely for Uber and Ola's. 50% of the new vehicles coming in on street in the next 3 years need to be EVs, and after 5 years, all the vehicles that are coming on the street need to be electric vehicles as per this policy. Now, this also means that there will be complete electric conversion of all commercial categories, including delivery vehicles as well, by calendar year 2030. Now, this policy has been sent to the governor for approval, and yet the approval is yet to come in. But once it has been approved, and it will be implemented within the next 90 days. Now, this policy will entail faster adoption of electric vehicles in Delhi and will also affect the CNG market for IGL, which is one of the major markets for Indraprastha Gas, and that is the main reason why the stock is down. Now, if you see IGL's taxi share in CNG volumes could be around 15 to 18%, and overall CNG volumes contribute nearly 75% to the total volumes of the company. And from Ola, Uber, these type of contributors, they get around 15 to 18% of the volume. Now, the company has already been struggling with volume from the buses segment because a lot of incremental buses that are coming in are electric vehicles, so they are not getting any new volumes there. And now with implementation of this policy, even the incremental volumes for cab aggregators would not come in for IGL going forward. Now, if you see, so far what we have been seeing was the CNG vehicle addition was pretty much very strong for the company in the last few months, and now this could slow down going ahead if this policy has been implemented. Now, Jefferies came out with this note in the morning where they have downgraded the stock to a hold rating, and they are saying that nearly 30% of the overall volumes with Uber, Ola and e-commerce delivery service providers comes in to IGL for CNG. Along with this, they are saying that Uber has already placed an order for nearly 25,000 electric vehicle cars with Tata Motors, and D2C buses and 3 vehicles constitute nearly 15% of IGL's overall volume, and they also face the EV risk going forward because nearly 5,500 EV buses are being procured, and 3-wheeler EV economics are more favorable as compared to the CNG economics. Now, they also believe that the incremental growth that would come in from the new geographical areas, that would not compensate for the slower volume that they will see from the NCR region. And what is IGL doing for this? Now, IGL is leveraging its CNG network, and they're also proactively adding EV charging points to its portfolio. Now, their target is to achieve nearly 50 charging vehicles in the Delhi NCR region by FY24 and nearly 200 within the next 2 years. Now, this could help IGL protect some of the volumes of profitability going forward, but not entirely. Also, do note that there is one more thing that has been still in question, which could not impact IGL that much, and some analysts on the street do believe that this fall is more than what should have been more than warranted, and that is the fact that a large part of Delhi currently runs cabs which are registered in Noida and Gurgaon, and if this has been implemented, then this rule will not be applicable to these vehicles that are registered that are not registered in Delhi but are still complying in Delhi. So that is one of the key thing that could actually work in favor of IGL going forward, and that is one of the point that analysts are still raising on the street, and they're saying
clarity is still left to be given on that front.
Clarities are still pending on
now.
These few fronts, given the fact that some of the cab vehicles have also got a permit for 15 years. So if you come out with this notification, what happens to them? They
So
already
those
have
are
a permit.
questions which still need to be answered, or some clarity is still
And could
needed.
actually work in favor going forward for IGL. So
IGL
these are some questions that analysts still have on the street.
Okay, that's something that we are surely keeping an eye out on, and that is why, that's the main reason which Somit explained that in the last couple of days that we've seen IGL is falling in trade. But